you get here so late? I told you to be here at 5:30 sharp. It's the first big holiday after your wedding. Surely you should have at least tried to get here at a reasonable time. What on earth have you been doing up until now? We aren't even really that late. What are you getting so worked up about? We've had to come a long way too, haven't we? You know how busy the roads are, what with everyone trying to get home for the holiday at the same time. We did the best that we could.
Sorry we're so late, Mom. We did leave quite early, but the roads were just so busy that it took us ages to get here, I'm afraid.
Even if Rob is a bit late, you should have got here early to help Ellie, shouldn't you? If you wanted to get here earlier, you could have left earlier or taken the Amtrak here by yourself, couldn't you?
Why are you being like this from the minute we arrived? We are going to the same place. Why should we come separately? It's ridiculous to expect Ellie to come here first on her own. If you really wanted her to come earlier, why are you waiting to complain about it after we're already here?
You haven't even been married for a year, and you're already taking your wife's side over mine. Has Ellie got you that much under her thumb already?
Isn't it obvious that the husband should take his wife's side? That's how it should be, Mom. You're so old-fashioned sometimes, you know. Anyway, don't be too stern with Ellie, okay? If you keep nagging her and treating her badly, she won't want to come here anymore.
Oh, listen to him. He's even threatening his own mother now. That's enough. Rob, can you go to the market for me, please? Your brothers are there getting shopping for our meal later, but I think they could probably use another pair of hands bringing it all back.
If it will calm you down, then yeah, I'll go. I'll be back soon, Ellie.
Okay. See you a bit later. Mom, is there anything I can do to help you?
Help? What do you mean, help? You should be doing all of this preparation by yourself. All of this is your job now. You should know that already. Well, you can start by doing the washing up. It's piled up sky high next to the sink over there.
Wow, there is a lot, isn't there?
Of course there is. We're a big family, aren't we? If you'd managed to get here on time, we could have all had lunch together. That would have been so nice. Anyway, I need those dishes for our food later, so you'd better hurry up and wash them. Got it?
Sure, Mom. Where are Jenny and Holly, by the way? I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, they were tired, so I told them to go to the bedroom and take a nap. They both work during the week, don't they? How can I make them work when this long holiday must seem like paradise after working all the time? That's why I told you to get here earlier. You just lie around at home all day anyway, so you should have come here early and got the food ready and stuff. If the others don't get a rest during holidays like this, when can they rest? They don't just work in a shop or something like that. They're both professionals. Why would I make them tire themselves out when I have cheap labor like you to do the work instead? Anyway, I'll let you off being late this time because it's the first holiday and you probably didn't know any better. But you'd better make sure you get here early next time and prepare all the food and stuff. Do you understand?
All of it? On my own? Rob told me that this family has a lot of birthdays and other important family days, other than the main holidays, and that you have big family meals for all of them. Do you mean you want me to do all the preparation for all of them alone?
I did it all too, from when I first married into this family. Is there a reason why you can't do it? You aren't busy, I know that. You don't work and just lie around at home all day, don't you? I'm not asking you to do it every day. Just around once every 2 months when there are holidays or anniversary days. I don't know what you're complaining about, to be honest. You make such a fuss about every little thing. Be quiet now and get on with your work, or we'll be here all day.
Hey, why are you doing all of this work by yourself?
Oh, you're back. It has to be done so we can eat later, doesn't it? Your mom said all the dishes need to be wiped, so I was just doing that. The others are in the bedroom getting some rest. They must be tired after getting lunch ready for this many people. They work during the week as well.
What are you talking about? My brother said that they ordered delivery for lunch. How is there this much washing up if they got delivery? It doesn't make sense. It looks like this is a few days worth of washing up to me. Look, it's like it's all welded onto the dishes as if it's been left here for so long. It doesn't even come off easily. It looks like they left it here for days, waiting for you to come and do their washing up for them. I'll do the rest. You go over there and sit down for a minute. It must have been really hard trying to get these plates clean.
No, it's fine. There isn't even much left now. I'll just finish it quickly. You've driven all the way down here and carried all those bags over from the car. You sit down for a minute while I finish this.
It wasn't that bad, really. There's too much here for one person to do on their own. Get out of my way now. I said I was going to do the rest.
Rob! What are you doing in here? Men aren't supposed to be in the kitchen. Ellie, you didn't tell Rob to finish the washing up for you because you didn't want to do it, did you? Where did you learn to treat your husband like that? Hey?
I said that I'd do it, Mom. It wasn't Ellie. She was trying to stop me, actually. Mom, these dishes have been here for a few days, haven't they? There's food caked onto them like cement. This doesn't happen in just a few hours. Why are you making Ellie do them all? You were waiting for Ellie to come and do them all for you, weren't you? You should just have got me or someone else to do it instead.
What does it matter if they've been there for a few days or not? It's the daughter-in-law's job to do the housework, so she should just do it quietly, no matter how long it's been there. She's a housewife who doesn't bring home a penny either. Even more reason for her to do the housework while she's here. Get out of the kitchen, Rob. I told you not to help her with the washing up. Are you like this at home, too? You work all week to put food on the table and do all the chores as well, don't you?
Household chores should be shared between the husband and wife. That's just how it is. We both live there after all. I'm going to finish the washing up now, so leave me to it, please. If you keep standing here nagging me, it's just going to take even longer for me to finish it. Ellie, go and sit over there on the sofa for a while.
Your grandfather would be horrified if he saw you doing the washing up like this. I guess this is why people say that you have to marry right. Ellie, if you aren't going to do the dishes, can you come over here and peel some apples for the others to eat? You mustn't think that you're coming here to rest, okay? This is a place of work for you, you know, not a place for you to rest.
Mom, just leave her alone. Why are you being like this? This isn't the 1920s anymore, so stop thinking that way.
You just be quiet. You don't know anything about this kind of stuff.
It's fine, Rob. Peeling a few apples isn't exactly difficult, is it? Mom, I'll do that.
Wow, that was such a good nap. I really needed that. Oh, Ellie, when did you get here? You could have come and said hi. I didn't even realize that you had got here. You should have woken me.
Oh, I didn't know you got here either. When did you arrive? Was the traffic really bad?
I didn't go and say hi because Mom said you were sleeping and I didn't want to disturb you. We got here about an hour and a half ago, I think. You must be really tired. You should have slept longer. You didn't need to come out. I could hear someone rattling around in the kitchen. The noise woke me up, you see, so I came out to see what was going on. I wondered who was making such a noise in the kitchen. Of course it was you.
We thought you'd get here earlier, but I guess you got stuck in traffic. We thought you'd be here before lunch, so we were waiting for you and didn't even get anything ready. If you were going to be late like this, you should have called and told us, you know.
Oh, Mom knew that we were going to be late, so I thought she would have told you all as well. The three of us are the ones working in this house, so you should have told us too, really. Anyway, you must have felt bad about being late, I guess. You've done all that washing up. You did it properly, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I made sure they were all sparkling clean. I guess we better start getting things ready for the meal now, hadn't we? It's going to take ages. There's just so much to do. The men in this family only know how to shop. They don't know how to actually help.
Oh, have you two woken up now? You should have slept for longer. You must be so tired. Why did you wake up so quickly? I had a really great nap thanks to you, Mom. I have been so tired recently, but I feel so much better after that.
Me too. I was really tired after working until late yesterday. Thanks for thinking of us and taking care of us, Mom. You're the best.
It's really hard working and looking after the house at the same time, isn't it? I really don't know how you find the time to get everything done. Jenny is a teacher, and Holly is a section manager at a big company, you know. I can't believe how lucky I am to have such smart daughters-in-law like them. Except you, Ellie, I guess.
Don't be like that, Mom. Being a housewife is actually a really hard job, too. I saw it on the news the other day, you know. It said that if a housewife got paid for the work that she does, she'd get the wages of someone working in a medium-sized company at least. They cook, clean, do the shopping, and if they have kids, you have to add the salary of a nanny into the mix as well. If you go by what they said, that's one person doing the job of 2 or 3.
There really is a lot of strange things talked about on the news recently, isn't there? Household chores aren't really a big deal, are they? Anyway, Ellie's going to do all the meal preparation, so you two go and sleep more. Watch TV, whatever you want, okay? The two of you could even go and have a coffee somewhere if you want to.
Oh, really? Would that be okay? Ellie's only just married into the family, though, hasn't she? She won't know the first thing about making an important family meal like this. Are you sure it'd be okay for us to go out, Mom? She might mess it all up.
It's fine. I'll be here telling her what to do anyway, won't I? It's her job from now on. She has to slowly learn how we do things. If you two are here, you'll end up doing it for her, and she'll never learn how to do anything by herself, will she? You two have already fulfilled your jobs as daughters-in-law with all the help you've given me up until now. So go and get some rest. Understand? I won't take no for an answer.
Well, if you put it like that, I guess we have no choice, do we? See you later, Ellie.
Well, I guess it would be good for you to learn from Mom how to do the housework and cooking properly, wouldn't it? It's like how we study at work to improve our skills in the workplace. Professional development is called. Mom's helping you to improve your skills as a housewife. Jenny, how about we go to the coffee shop just down the road for a chat? What do you think?
That sounds great. Mom, would you like us to bring you back a coffee or something?
No, it's fine. The house is full of coffee. You two just go and have a nice time. I'll call you when all the preparation is done.
Okay, see you later.
What are you doing standing there like an idiot? Go to the kitchen and start peeling the vegetables.
Okay, Mom, I will. How does she think I'm going to do all of this by myself? There is so much to do. Surely we should be all doing it together. No matter how much of a normal, boring housewife she thinks I am, I still shouldn't have to do all of this. She really is too much. All 3 of us are her daughters-in-law. How can she let the other 2 rest because they work outside of the house and make me do everything because I don't have a job? It really doesn't make sense. I can't believe how the other 2 just left and didn't give me a second thought either. They're making things really difficult from the first time I come here, aren't they? What a mess. I guess I'd better get on with it.
Hey, why are you doing all of this by yourself again? I had a look in the bedroom just before and couldn't see Jenny and Holly in there.
To tell you the truth, Mom said I have to do all the preparations by myself. She sent Jenny and Holly to a coffee shop.
What? That's just ridiculous. She can't expect you to do all of this alone while the other 2 drink coffee. Mom! Mom, can you come here a minute, please? What? What is it? I'm so busy. I do wish you wouldn't call me all the time. Did you help that gentleman with his bags before, by the way? That's one of your brother's main clients, you know. Neighbors should help each other when they can. Don't you agree? Mom, that's not what's important right now, is it? Why has everybody left Ellie to get everything ready by herself? How is she supposed to get all of this done alone? Up until last year, you, Jenny, and Holly did it all together, didn't you? We helped where we could as well. Why does Ellie suddenly have to do it all by herself? We only did it because we didn't have any choice. Now we have Ellie, who basically does housework for a living, being a housewife and all. Why should I make the girls with proper jobs do it when Ellie could just do it instead? There isn't even really that much to do. Just make some soup, get the vegetables ready for the main, make some side dishes. I really don't understand what all the fuss is about. Surely it should be nothing for a housewife like Ellie to be getting on with. Don't you go doing her work for her or wrapping her up in cotton wool like this either. She'll learn bad habits.
Do you think Ellie is some kind of dog or something? What do you mean she'll learn bad habits? Why do you keep giving Ellie all the work? You have 2 other daughters-in-law who are quite capable of helping. If you all did it together, you'd be finished in no time. You started making Ellie do the washing up from the moment we decided that we were going to get married. And now that she's your actual daughter-in-law, she has to do all the work while the others drink coffee? That really isn't fair. If you treat Ellie like this, I'll feel sorry for bringing her here. I feel bad that she's married me and has to do all this work for you now. She could have married into a normal family where everyone helps each other out, rather than a strange, old-fashioned one like this where she seems to have to do all the chores on her own.
What are you talking about? The question is, how could she have married a man as good as you? All women work these days, and she's basically unemployed. She should think herself lucky and just get on with the work she's been given.
That's enough now. I'll do it. You go over there and rest with the others. It's like you're hazing her into some sorority. This trial by fire initiation into the family you're doing is so stupid. She's a guest, not a slave.
It's her job as your wife to prepare this stuff, not yours. Ellie, why aren't you trying to stop him?
It's okay, Rob. Let's do it together then. I don't know how she expects me to do all this by myself.
What do you mean, do it together? You should be the one doing it, not him. Get out of the kitchen now, Rob.
If you're going to make Ellie do it all by herself, I'm going to do it all instead of her. And if you keep pushing it, we're going to leave. Ellie, you go and have a rest too. You haven't stopped since we got here. I don't understand why you are being treated like this.
What on earth has got into my crazy son? I don't know.
Mom, what's the matter? We came back like you asked us.
Has Ellie made a mess of all the preparations? Hold on. What's Rob doing in the kitchen?
Ellie has caused chaos. She was complaining about having to do everything on her own, so Rob said that he'd do it all instead. Right. Jenny and Holly have come to help now, so you can get out of the kitchen and go back to where you belong.
Why is it only the daughters-in-law that have to do all the work anyway? I've just called Dan and Ricky and they should be back soon. When they get here, let's all do the work together. We should finish it in no time if we all help out a little. I don't know why I didn't think of this before I got married. I guess you have to get married to become a real adult.
Rob, it's okay. We'll do it. Why are you suddenly acting like this? You never cared whether we did all the work or not before.
Ellie must really have him under the thumb. If Ellie treats her husband like this, we'll end up caught up in it all and we'll get told off too. And she doesn't work, does she? She's at home all the time through the week and then doesn't even want to work when she comes here and gets Rob to help her or do it for her? It all seems very strange to me. Especially in front of Mom.
Yeah, right? I don't know how she has the nerve to ask Rob to help her right in front of his mom. She obviously doesn't know how Mom feels about that kind of thing or how things work around here.
Ellie's done nothing wrong. The problem is that we could all work together and get it finished quickly, but instead all the work has been left to one person. This isn't the olden days anymore. Men are quite capable, or should be anyway, of doing some cooking or washing a few dishes. I don't see why everyone is making such a big deal out of it. My brothers will be here soon, so let's all pick one job each and get it finished.
Oh my! Whatever is happening to this house? I can't watch!
Still, it was the first holiday after we got married and I joined the family. I think you were too much. Dan and Ricky didn't look very pleased about being made to work either.
How was I too much? It was really unfair to leave all the chores to one person like that. The washing up, too. They must have left it for days, just so that they could make you do it all for them. Our family needs to change a bit. They're too much in the dark ages still. You're my mom's daughter-in-law, not her slave. I don't see why she kicked up a fuss when I wouldn't let her make you do all the work. We finished so much quicker when we all helped, didn't we? I thought it was a good idea.
Even so, didn't you say before that we were going to stay there the night and go home tomorrow? Mom, Jenny, and Holly didn't seem happy that we were leaving straight away.
They would have just made things hard for you and made you work every time they thought I wasn't looking. I couldn't stand it. Everyone will leave tomorrow morning anyway. What difference does it make if we leave tonight or tomorrow morning?
Driving at night is really tiring though, isn't it? Do you want me to take over for a while?
It's fine. You must be exhausted after being harassed like that all day. Why don't you get some rest? You can even lie the seat back a bit and sleep if you want to.
Thanks, Rob. If it wasn't for you, today would have been unbearable. You're the best. It made me feel really good that you took my side like that against your family, even.
You were there because of me. The least I could do was stick up for you, surely. Anyway, it wasn't really about taking sides. Everyone was really too much, especially Mom. If Mom says anything to you, let me know, okay? I'll sort everything out for you.
That makes me feel much better. Thank you. Jenny and Holly looked really jealous of how you helped and stood up for me earlier, you know. There's no better husband than you anywhere.
Of course. I've got a beautiful, kind wife. I should do my duty to her. I was talking to my brothers earlier. I don't think it's right that you, Jenny, and Holly have to work so hard whenever we meet at my parents' place. They work hard during the week, too, so I don't see how it's right. I don't like it that the women are supposed to work while the men just laze around all day drinking or doing whatever they want to do. We have so many family get-togethers, and with the holidays on top of that, you all have to go there and work your hands to the bone every other month. Why do the daughters-in-law have to do all the work? The idea of only the women in the family doing the work is pretty sexist, if you ask me. I asked them if they think we should all help together like we did today. They're a bit old now, so I don't know if they were listening properly, but I'm going to keep asking them until I get the response that I want. I really think that we should all help prepare for all these special meals. Don't you think?
My husband really is the best. This is the reason I married you. You're so kind and fair. I thought your family were a little old-fashioned from the start, but you always stopped them and kept them under control, so to speak. That really made me think that I'd made the right choice in wanting to marry you. I wasn't wrong either. I don't think I could ever regret marrying you because you're amazing, even if your family are a bit old-fashioned in their way of thinking. Hello? Oh! Hi, Gary! Is there a problem? Why are you calling on the holiday break?
I just called to wish you a Merry Christmas. That's all. I was also wondering if you wanted to sign a contract with us for your next piece. The greeting was a pretty lame excuse for calling, wasn't it?
It's fine. We're close enough that you can ask things like that, aren't we? I wanted to talk to you about that anyway, to be honest. It'd be great if we worked together again for my next piece. I'd definitely like to sign a contract with you.
Oh, are you sure? I was getting a bit worried that you'd decide to go with someone else this time. I was worried that someone would offer you a better deal than we could and take you away from us. Thank you so much for deciding to stay with us again. I'm sure there's other places offering much more than we possibly could, you see.
If I'm honest, I did see a few places like that. But I remembered that when I first started out and was getting harsh reviews from some readers, you looked out for me, didn't you? I was so grateful for what you did at the time, and I still am, to be honest. It's thanks to you that I've been able to make such a success of my works.
Whatever do you mean? I could see how rare your talent for writing was from the start. I knew you were going to be successful like you are now. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the holiday and I'll be in touch about the contract soon after. We need to get the contract sorted, and I also would like to hear what you have planned for your next piece.
Okay, Gary. Enjoy the rest of the holiday, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, I'll be in touch. Bye. Ellie, who was out on the phone? You sounded so excited. What was the call about?
Oh, it was no one, really. Just a friend calling to say hi.
Oh, really? It must have been a pretty close friend for you to talk like that. I could hear you from the bathroom, and even from there you sounded excited.
Oh, it was a friend I haven't spoken to for a long time. That's all. Should I finally tell him that I'm actually a popular internet novel writer? I didn't tell him until now because I was worried that he'd want to know what kind of things I write. But now we're married and he's bound to find out anyway when I have all this money coming in, so it would be better to tell him the truth, wouldn't it? I hope he won't be too disappointed or think that I tricked him. Hello? Oh, hello, Mom. How have you been?
Hello. Why haven't you called me to ask how I'm doing? Weren't you taught any manners growing up?
Oh, I'm sorry for not calling you.
Do I really have to tell you every little thing like this? I don't know if it's because the others are clever and have good social skills or what, really. But even if I don't tell them to, they always call me once a week to say hello and check how everything's going with me, you know. Even though they must be really busy at work all week, they've never forgotten to call me. You're at home doing nothing all day, so you must have loads of time. Why do I have to ask you to do the simplest of things like this? I really don't understand what your parents were thinking, to be honest. If they were going to marry off their unemployed daughter, they should have at least taught her how to act in front of her in-laws, shouldn't they? I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't.
Mom, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about my parents like that, please. I'll do my best from now on. Please don't think or speak badly of my parents like that. My parents raised me really well, actually.
Oh, look at her getting annoyed at me for insulting her parents. If you don't want me to badmouth them, you'd better be a good daughter-in-law then, hadn't you? Anyway, enough of that. You aren't busy at the moment, are you? Well, you'd better get on over to Jenny's house then.
Excuse me? Jenny's house? Has anything happened?
Oh, nothing's happened. It's just that they moved house not long ago, didn't they? She's invited her fellow teachers, the principal and vice principal over for dinner. The problem is that she's so busy teaching her classes all day that she has no time to get the food ready for them. It seems wrong getting food delivered for important guests like that. You have to make an effort, you see. So you can go there and make dinner for them. I spoke to Jenny earlier, and they're coming for dinner tonight. It's still early, so if you go now, you should have enough time to get everything ready, even working as slowly as you seem to. I've told Jenny that you'll do it for her.
Today? I have an appointment today.
What do you mean you have an appointment? You just lay around all day. What kind of appointment could you possibly have? You could have got there and made some sides in the time you've been making excuses. Jenny said she's got all the ingredients, so you just have to go there and cook them.
Mom, you can't just suddenly spring something on me like this.
Stop talking so much and go and make the food. How long are you going to keep hiding behind your husband to avoid being a proper daughter-in-law to me? Do you think I've just forgotten the chaos you caused the other day? Men in the kitchen working. I've never seen such a sight. I only put up with your nonsense because it's not long since you married Rob and I don't want to cause any more trouble. If you're going to hide behind your husband every time I ask you to do something you don't want to do, we're through with you. If you don't want your new husband to lose his family because of you, you'd better stop finding an answer for everything and just listen to me and do what I tell you to. If you go running to him again this time, I'm not going to be happy. Do you understand?
Mom, that's not what I'm doing. I really do.
I'm done talking to you. Bye.
I wish she'd at least listen to me before she hung up the phone. The deadline for my next piece is this week. I'm already going to have to stay up all night to get it finished. How am I going to have time if I have to cook all day as well? What am I going to do now?
Oh, Ellie, you're here. Mom said you were going to come to get dinner ready for my coworkers and I. I'm really grateful that you're doing this for me. I'm good at teaching, but that's all I have time for, so I'm not that good at cooking, you see. I only called Mom to tell her that I had a housewarming dinner organized for tonight, but that I didn't have time to get it ready, and she told me that you would be able to come and do it for me. I'm so lucky that you can do this for me. It would have been fine just to get delivery or something if it was just the other teachers. But now that the principal and vice principal are coming as well, I thought that I'd better do things properly. As a housewife, you can make most things, can't you? I've written a list here of what I want you to make, and I've already been shopping for all the ingredients, so you should have everything you need. They'll be here in about 5 hours' time, so you just have to be done by then.
okay?
Wow, that's a lot of food. How am I supposed to get all of that done in time?
It's not that much. Lots of people are coming, so... Anyway, I didn't sleep a wink last night worrying about how I was going to get everything done, so I'm really tired now. I'm just going to go and take a quick nap, so you get on with the cooking, okay? Thanks again!
Jenny, you mean you want me to get all of this food done by myself? I thought we'd at least be doing it together.
It'll probably be quicker for you just to get on with it by yourself. I'm so bad at cooking that I'd be more of a hindrance than a help, I'm afraid. When I saw you cooking at Mom's place on the holiday, you were really quick and efficient. Telling your husband that we were making you work alone was a bit of an overkill, though. Anyway, I trust you.
How am I supposed to do all of this alone?
Oh, I feel much better after that nap. Wow, Ellie. You sounded worried about getting it all done by yourself, but you've finished already. I knew you could do it all along. But you could have presented it a bit better. What a mess. Well, looks good, tastes good, you know. I guess you don't have enough of a work or social life to know things like that. Appearance is so important at work, you know. Even if the contents isn't very good, if it's nicely presented, it looks better. Can you dish it all out again a bit better, please? Just so it looks less of a mess. Your food tastes really salty, too. Do you usually eat your food salty like this? If you eat that way, you'll die really young. It's not good for you at all. I don't think it'll matter too much if you do, but if your husband dies young too, it would have a bad effect on our whole family, you know. You're going to make most of the food in your house, so be careful of the salt content from now on, okay?
I really don't believe her. How can she keep treating me like this? It's her housewarming party, but she didn't help at all, or even check what I was doing and just slept. Then she had the nerve to even criticize my cooking. If I want to get my latest piece in on time, I'm going to have to stay up all night. This is all so frustrating.
Anyway, I guess it's better than I could have done. I just have to move the dishes over to the dining table now. I better call them and check where they are.
Jenny, I better get going now.
You're going? What about all the cleaning up?
Pardon? The cleaning up? What do you mean?
Yes, you made all this mess in the kitchen and all these dishes. You could at least clear it all up again. Aren't I right? It seems mean to make you go home and come back again later, so you just go into the bedroom and stay there quietly for a while. There's a bathroom in there too, so if you just stay there quietly for 3 or 4 hours, no one will even know that you're there.
You're saying you want me to wait quietly until your housewarming dinner is over and come out to do the cleaning up when all of your guests have gone?
Yes, that's right.
I really don't believe you. I'm not your maid or something. I've already wasted my day doing all this cooking for you. How do you expect me to wait quietly until your guests go so I can do the washing up for you as well?
Well, I'm not doing it. You can do the washing up yourself. I'm leaving now. Ellie? Ellie, wait! Where are you going? Where have you been until this time? I tried to call you, but you didn't answer.
Oh, it's nothing. I just had some things to do.
What things? You look really tired.
If I tell him where I've been, he'll only get angry at Mom and make the atmosphere between the family members tense like last time, won't he? No matter how out of order they were. I can't go running to him with every little thing, can I?
What's happened? You've cut your hand, too. How did you do that? It looks like you've cut it with a knife or something.
Oh, that? It's nothing. Rob, I'm really tired. I'm just going to go and get some rest.
Okay, sure. You get some sleep. You look exhausted. If anything's the matter, tell me, okay? Don't just keep it all bottled up. Understand?
Okay, I understand. My body feels so heavy and sluggish. How am I going to finish this piece now? Even if I work all night, I don't know if I could make the deadline. And I'm so tired already. Oh, Mom's calling. I wonder what she wants now. Hello?
What on earth do you think you are doing?
Excuse me? Why are you shouting at me all of a sudden?
Jenny has told me everything. How you made a huge mess and then just left without cleaning any of it up. You were supposed to be helping her out. How could you do that to her?
A mess? I made all the food that she asked me to.
What's the point in just doing the cooking? That's no help, is it? Don't you think that you should have cleared up and done the washing up properly as well? You made the food. You should do the washing up too. That's how it is. I just had Jenny on the phone to me crying she was so upset. She said she'd hurt her wrist doing all the washing up that you had made. She's a teacher. She has to write on the board all the time. How is she going to do that now that you have made her hurt her wrist?
I was only asked to help her out by doing the cooking. Why should I have to hide in a room until her guests have gone so that I can do the washing up for her too? I was doing her a favor. I'm not her maid or anything. While I was busy making all the food for her housewarming, she was sleeping. She didn't help at all or even check to see how I was getting on. Why should I have to do the washing up for her as well? She can easily do that by herself.
You have so much to say for yourself, don't you? I guess you have the time for it, not working and messing around at home all day long. If your mother-in-law went as far as to call you to ask a favor, you should at least take responsibility and finish the job properly. Why are you answering me back like this? If you'd hurt your wrist doing the washing up, you could just rest it for a few days so it wouldn't matter so much. But Jenny uses her wrist every day at work. Do you think it's fair to overwork it like that? Are you going to take responsibility when it disrupts her teaching? Well, are you?
Is that Mom on the phone? What on earth is she shouting at you like that about?
Oh, Rob, it's you. How long have you been there?
I just came in a minute ago because I heard someone shouting. But it's Mom's voice, isn't it? Ah, I see. You've been at Jenny's place all day, haven't you? You were there making food for her on your own all day long? Give me the phone a second.
No, it's okay.
Hello? Mom? It's me, Rob.
Rob? What are you doing suddenly answering the phone like this? Did Ellie pass the phone to you? She did, didn't she? I told her to stop running to you at every small thing that I ask of her, but she did it again. I can't believe that girl. I really can't.
No, I overheard what you were talking about, actually. I thought Ellie looked really tired when she came in. Then I heard shouting, so I came to see what was going on. What's the matter with you, Mom? Why are you making Ellie do things for Jenny? From what I heard, it sounds like you made Ellie do all the cooking for a housewarming dinner that Jenny was holding, but you are mad that she didn't do the washing up as well. You shouldn't have even made her make the food, not to mention the washing up. Are you paying her for all this work you're making her do? If you convert the work she just did for you into money, you'd be looking at least $700.
We're family! Can't we expect at least that from her? What has she even done for this family since she joined? And why do you keep wrapping her up in cotton wool and fighting all her battles for her like this?
Because she's my wife, not your slave, that's why. I don't believe you. The lot of you. Let's meet this weekend. Jenny, too. I don't think this can be resolved by the two of us fighting over the phone. Bye, Mom.
Hey! Rob! Rob!
How could you just hang up on your mom like that? She was still talking.
Why do I have to listen to all of that? She wasn't even talking sense. You should have told me what was going on. Why were you just putting up with their nonsense like that? It's not like you to let people walk all over you.
It hasn't been long since we got married, and I didn't want to cause trouble, that's all.
If you put up with it now, you're going to have to put up with it forever. I'm going to make things perfectly clear to them when we meet this weekend. So don't go listening to any of their requests anymore, okay? Jenny should have been grateful that you helped out, not trying to make you stay quiet in another room to do the washing up after the guests had gone as well. Then going running to Mom when you wouldn't. She might be my mother, but I can't believe how they are acting towards you. I really can't.
I'm really busy. Why did you call me here? I have to go to school to finish some work, so hurry up and say what you need to.
Look at that. I called you a few days ago and asked to meet today. And you're still really busy, aren't you? You called Ellie in the morning and made her cook all day long. And as if that wasn't enough, you tried to make her wait to do the washing up after your meal, too. How could that be possible?
Ellie doesn't have a job, does she? So it's fine. She doesn't have anything better to do. If she was working, of course we wouldn't have asked her to do that for us, would we? We only asked her because we thought it'd be easy for her to do. Why are you making a huge fuss about it and getting us here to discuss it? We're finished here. Let's let Jenny get on with her work. While I've got you here, Ellie, there's a pile of dishes stacked up in the sink. You can finish that before you go home. I bought some rubber gloves. They're just over there by the sink.
I've got us all here to talk, and you're acting exactly the same as you were before. You must be misunderstanding something. Just because Ellie doesn't go to work, it doesn't mean she's at your beck and call to do your chores or your cooking. She's already busy with her chores in our own house, and even if she wasn't, she is not someone you two can call whenever you have a job that needs doing. She didn't marry me to be your slave.
You're really putting me off you, speaking to me like that.
I think you're being a bit harsh, Rob. Before you got married, you didn't care whether his daughters-in-law were working or whatever. I don't understand how you suddenly changed now. Is your wife the only person who's precious?
I'll apologize to you about that. A person only understands what he's experienced. I really didn't realize that you were working so hard until I got married and saw my own wife being treated the same way. But to tell you the truth, this time is a bit different, isn't it? Since Ellie joined the family, why is she the only one that has to do any work? You should at least be helping each other and doing it together. That's only fair.
We're only doing that because Ellie isn't busy like we are.
Right! She just stays at home doing what she wants all day. Surely it's not difficult to expect her to take charge of the work here every once in a while, is it? Say something, Ellie. Why are you sat there silently when we are arguing about you and what you should and should not be asked to do? Don't you think that you're just doing whatever you want? I guess looking at your parents, there's no wonder, though. That's the impression that I got from them, actually. I still can't believe they married her off like this without teaching her how to behave or anything.
I told you before. I'd appreciate it if you didn't insult my parents like that, please. How can you say something like that to my face?
What is wrong with you? You want to fight me, do you? This freeloader really does have a lot to say for herself, doesn't she?
Ellie, you'd better watch what you're saying. Are housewives allowed to act like that? If you can't bring any money to the table, you should at least act properly, shouldn't you? Oh, I see. If I made money, I could just be a rude cow like you, could I? Well, I guess I have no choice then. This is a copy of my bank statements. Why don't you take a look? Have a look and see how much comes into my account every month.
How can you have money going into your bank account when you don't even work? What? Oh, wait a minute. How much is that?
Wow, she's getting nearly $8,000 every month.
Ellie, where is all this money coming from?
You're not doing anything strange, are you? Or anything illegal? For a teacher, you aren't very smart, are you? Look at who's sending me the money.
I don't know who's sending it to you. That's why I'm asking.
I guess it'll be from a strange company I've never heard of anyway.
Oh, the company name is Internet Novels? That's the top company in that field of work, isn't it? Internet novels? What on earth are they?
Ellie, you write internet novels?
I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you before. I thought that if I told you, you might feel uncomfortable about it, so I just kept quiet. Now that my novels are doing better and better, I thought it was time to tell you about it. But I never thought it would be like this.
What are internet novels?
Well, they are novels that are published on the internet. If you do well, you can make a fortune.
So you're a writer, are you, Ellie? Wow, look at the total amount she has in her account. There must be about $800,000 here altogether.
Okay, I've made this much money, so now I can say what I like you do, Jenny, right? I'll start with this. You can do your own washing up from now on. You said how important it was for housewives to keep everything clean and tidy, and then you let the washing up pile up for days like this? It just doesn't make sense. You're just lazy and knew that I was coming today, so you thought you could just leave it all and I would do it for you. But I won't. I'm not your slave. You do better to look at yourself before you start slagging off my parents.
What do you think you're doing? How dare you throw the rubber gloves at me? Where did you learn to behave like this?
My parents taught me to behave like this. My parents taught me that I didn't have to be nice to people who didn't treat me nicely. These hands are precious hands that earn nearly $8,000 a month. You not treating me like the precious person I am, but instead as your personal slave, is all I needed to see. You also said that making people with jobs work around the house was a waste of their skills, didn't you? Oh dear. I must make roughly 4 or 5 times more than Jenny does. You don't make any money at all, do you? Do you still think that I should be doing all of your housework by myself? Even when you're the only one not making any money? According to what you said, you should be the one doing all the work. Oh, and while I think about it, now I've worked out my hourly rate, it's only fair that you pay me for cooking all day for you, Jenny. Because of you, I've had to work day and night to complete my latest piece on time, and my wrists are absolutely killing me. I guess teachers don't make that much money, so I'll give you a family discount and make it, say, $800. Transfer it to my account right away, please.
How can you expect money for that, Ellie? You were doing me a favor, weren't you?
So you were getting mad because I wouldn't stay to do the washing up, even though I was doing you a favor to start with, were you? It wasn't even helping you out either, because you just slept the whole time. Is that what you teach your kids at school too? How to use people like that? I really feel sorry for the kids that have to put up with you as their teacher.
I really can't believe you. Is money the only thing that's important? What about your personality? That's important too.
I don't think that's something you should be saying. Anyway, I don't think there's any reason for me to stay here any longer. I'm a little busy, you see. There's no reason for me to stay in this pathetic house when I'm earning $8,000 a month now, is there? It's a waste of my resources, too.
Ellie, you're right. I agreed with everything you just said. Looking at Mom and Jenny, they aren't even a bit sorry for the way that they've been treating you. I think you'll keep on pestering my very talented wife, so I think we'd better just go our separate ways. My wife is more important to me than you are, you see.
What? You're getting rid of us! For her!
No, I'm not getting rid of you. You've gotten rid of me. I brought a girl that I like into this household, and rather than treating her like the precious person she is, you treated her like dirt. Who could possibly like parents like that? You won't be hearing from either of us again. So just you remember that, okay? Ellie, let's go home.
Sure, Rob. Let's go.
Hey! Wait! Why do these kinds of things always happen to me?
Mom, are you alright? Rob, help! Mom's about to collapse. Well, she's your family, isn't she? You are not my family anymore, so you'd better deal with her, Jenny. Bye. Good luck.
Yes. Bye.
They really are impossible. Mom, are you okay?
Has he really left, even though I was about to collapse?
Are you sure you're okay, Mom? You look like you were going to collapse a few minutes ago.
I can't believe he left without even giving his mother a second glance, even though she was about to collapse. He's a nasty piece of work, he is.
You mean it was all an act?
An act? I was just trying to see if he really was going to cut all ties with his family. That's all. Anyway, is writing internet novels such a good job?
Yes, it is. It's one of the hot jobs nowadays. If you're good at it, you can make a huge amount of money. I never even guessed that Ellie did that.
If she had a job, she could have just said instead of hiding it. Look at all the chaos she has caused. She's made me lose my son for a start.
I'm really sorry that I hid my job from you. I shouldn't have said I was just a blogger. I should have told you the truth, but I was just embarrassed. If you say that you write internet novels, everyone wants to see what kind of thing you write. And that is a bit hard for me, so I just didn't say anything. My parents don't even really know what I do.
I understand why you didn't say anything. Some writers don't like their identity being uncovered, do they? Some time ago, a writer came to give a speech at my workplace. He was really shy about what he did. Whenever he talked about his stories, he blushed.
Still, I should have at least told you before we got married. I'm sorry that I didn't.
You don't have anything to feel sorry about. I'm sure you would have told me eventually, when you were ready. I'm sorry that you had to tell everyone like that. You must be really good, though. I've heard that not many internet novel writers actually make any proper money. So, you've been writing all this time without me even knowing?
I just did it when you were at work, didn't I?
It must have been tiring for you writing and doing all the housework as well. Why don't we make the spare room that we aren't using into your office? You said you were finding it difficult to meet your deadline earlier, didn't you? Well, if you had a proper space to write in, you'd be able to work more efficiently, wouldn't you? I'll do the housework and make the dinner from now on.
You don't have to do all that.
It's nothing. To be honest, even when I didn't think that you were working, I was planning to start doing half of the household chores. I just haven't had a chance recently as it's been so busy at work. Now I know that you're working too. I'll try a bit harder to do my share. I'm sorry for making you do everything by yourself. It must have been really hard for you.
It's fine. It was me who didn't tell you that I was working after all.
My talented writer of a wife. You've got me to help you now. Do you know what? Later, when you become an even bigger writer, everyone will look up to you.
You've already gone so far as to imagine that, have you?
Of course. My wife, a writer. The more I think about it, the prouder I feel. I feel like I want to shout it from the rooftops. My wife is a popular internet novel writer who earns $8,000 a month. I really want to read your stories. Would that be okay?
Sure you can. They're a bit violent at times. Is that okay?
Dramas and movies are all violent too nowadays, aren't they? It's quite attractive to me, actually, that someone as kind and quiet as you can write things like that. Let me know what you've written, okay?
Of course I'll tell you, if you want me to. Thank you so much for understanding.
Of course I understand. You're doing something you love and making a lot of money doing it. What is there to not understand? Honestly, I feel a bit worried about how hard it must have been for you to hide your job and to pretend to be a housewife for all that time. You don't have to do that anymore, okay?
Okay, thank you. You're the best. After that, I successfully signed the contract for my next piece and spent most of my time writing. My mother-in-law tried to call me a few times. I was going to ignore them like Rob said, but I wanted to know what she had to say to me, so I answered. She wanted to ask me if I could lend her some money, of all things. Apparently, she'd been the victim of some sort of phone scam and had been robbed of pretty much everything she owned. She asked Jenny and Holly too, but apparently they didn't have any money that they could lend her. She said she decided to call me as she remembered that I made a lot of money. She spoke to me really differently than she did before, trying to explain herself and apologizing for the way that she treated me and for not acknowledging me. But I think she was just saying that so she could get what she wanted, not because she actually meant any of it. I ended up telling her that I couldn't help her either, and hanging up the phone. She tried to call me a few more times after that, but I never picked up. I have no reason to help her anyway, seeing as my husband has cut all ties with her. The family members that she has left will have to sort her out somehow, won't they? I thought I'd better tell my husband what had happened to his mother, but he just said that his brothers would sort it out and not to worry about it. It must have been really difficult for him to cut all ties with his family like that. I feel both really sorry and really grateful to him for doing that for me. I'm trying to be the best wife that I can. After finding out that I was a writer, my husband made an office for me as he had promised, and tries to make it so that I can write with as few distractions as possible. He's also helping me a lot by reading through my pieces as I write them, giving me a reader's perspective as well as his own honest opinions. This has been really helpful to me in developing my stories. I knew from when we were dating that Rob was a kind, sentimental person, but seeing him protect me and help me like he has since we were married makes me love him even more. His help and encouragement has made my recent pieces even better than before. We're thinking of taking a holiday abroad after I finish my latest piece. I'll pay for it, of course. It can be my present to him to show him how much I love him and how much I appreciate everything he has done for me. Thank you for listening to my story.
Hello?
Hey, George! It's me, Miranda.
Hey, Miranda. What's up?
Mom won a barbecue set in a raffle at the grocery store, and it's so much meat that she can't eat it by herself. She wanted to ask if you and Lily would come over for lunch on Saturday and help us eat it all.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely free. I don't have any particular plans, but...
But what? Does Lily have plans? Does she have an appointment with the gynecologist or something?
No, she doesn't. But because of her morning sickness, she doesn't deal too well with the smell of raw meat.
She's in her 4th month already! Surely she isn't still suffering from morning sickness. She isn't just making up excuses because she doesn't want to come and see us, is she?
Of course not. What kind of person do you think she is? And if she did try and pull something like that, then I would call her out on it.
True. There's no one as impartial as you when it comes to taking sides. So I'm guessing you won't be coming on Saturday then?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel right leaving Lily all by herself in her state. Say sorry to Mom on my behalf, okay?
Okay, sure. But it does make me wonder what kind of kid is growing in there if she still has morning sickness this far into her pregnancy. Most women stop suffering from morning sickness at the 3-month mark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. I hope she's not stringing you along there. She could be making the whole morning sickness thing up so that you coddle her throughout her pregnancy.
Watch what you say. Do you really think she would do that?
I'm just kidding. You need to learn how to take a joke.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and by the way, you know that Mom will be turning 60 in 3 years' time, right?
Oh, really? Already?
Honestly, you really need to take a little more interest in Mom.
I'm sorry. I'll pay more attention to her from now on. Anyway, why are you bringing this up now?
Well, I was thinking that from now on, we could save $500 each month towards going on a big trip abroad to celebrate.
A big trip abroad?
Yeah, we don't know how long we're going to have Mom by our side for, so I want to do what I can for her while she's still around. Both of us have jobs with pretty decent salaries, after all.
Don't you think that 3 years in advance is a little early to start saving?
Of course not. Yes, we could just wait until closer to the time, but I think that if we start saving in a joint family account starting from now, it will take the burden off at the time.
Oh, really? In that case, let's do it.
Okay, great. I'll go ahead and set up a family savings account then.
Okay, thanks.
Was that your sister?
Yeah, it was.
Why was she talking about going on a trip abroad all of a sudden?
You heard what she was saying, right? There's not really any need for me to repeat myself, is there?
But in 3 years' time, our kid is going to be 1 or 2 years old.
Do you think we wouldn't be able to look after the kid on a trip?
I think you're being a little overconfident because you haven't experienced looking after a kid yet. Do you even know how many things a kid needs while growing up? We'll need to take a bunch of stuff with us, not to mention a ton of diapers, which we'll need to be changing constantly still. And kids don't take well to a sudden change in environment. So what if they can't sleep at night and end up crying and disturbing everyone else's sleep as well? That's just to name a few of many of the worries I have about this.
I guess I didn't really think about any of those things.
I really don't want to take a kid that small on a big trip abroad like that. I don't think it will be comfortable for your mom and sister either. Just the thought of it stresses me out. And not to mention the fact that we will need to be spending a lot of money on our kids' needs. We also have that money that we send to your parents every month to maintain as well. How are we going to be able to afford to put money aside each month for this trip as well? $500 a month is no small amount.
But if there's money left over, we could use it for all sorts of other things. So maybe it wouldn't be too much of a bad idea after all.
No, we're in too much of a difficult financial situation right now. For now, I'd like to focus on raising our child while trying to reduce expenses as much as possible.
I understand. I'll talk to my sister again and tell her that we won't be going.
Hang on, I'm coming! Hurry up and open the door for us already!
I'm sorry. I was in the bathroom, so I didn't hear the doorbell at first. But may I ask what the two of you are doing here? You didn't let me know that you were planning on coming over.
I heard that you couldn't come over to my place because of the baby, so we came to you instead. You know how much my son loves meat, so I thought it was a shame that he didn't get to share the barbecue pack with us just because of you.
So you've come to cook the meat here. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right. Oh, my legs are killing me. It felt like an eternity getting from the parking lot up to your apartment. Why is there no elevator in this building? I thought that climbing up those stairs was going to be the end of my poor weak knees, you know.
Let's head inside first and then we can carry on talking, Mom. Lily, I'm really thirsty, so would you be able to fetch me a glass of water? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take advantage of you while you're pregnant or anything like that.
What do you mean?
I just thought that because it's not my house, it would be better for you to get the water for me instead of touching stuff in your kitchen and making a mess.
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't mind you touching stuff in my kitchen at all. So please, feel free to go and fetch your own water. You can drink as much as you like.
Oh, well, thanks.
Why is it so hot in here? It feels like we walked straight into a furnace. Do you have the heating turned on right now?
Yes, I tend to get cold quite easily, you see.
It's still basically summer outside. So how on earth does it make sense to have the heating turned on? I'm so hot, I think I'm going to melt. Hurry up and turn the heating off already. If you're that cold, you can just layer up instead. And besides, you should know by now that I'm someone who can't stand to be in an environment that's too hot.
Well, I did actually know that, but because you didn't tell me that you were coming over today, I didn't have time to turn the heating off in advance and have the house cool down in time for you to come over. I can go and turn it off now, but be aware that the heat is still going to linger for a while.
I can't believe this. Miranda! Get me some water as well while you're there, will you?
Pearl?
What is it?
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but would you be able to keep your voice down a little?
What?
It's gone to the stage where the baby is a little sensitive to loud noises, you see.
What kind of nonsense is this? When I was pregnant with both my children, I would have full-blown screaming matches with my mother-in-law practically every single day, and as you can see, both of them came out fine without any problems. Anyway, these days, because of all the strange information circulating on the internet or whatever, people end up doing unnecessary things and over-coddling their kids. If you coddle your kids too much, then they won't be prepared to face society, you know.
Here's your water, Mom. And if you could lower your voice a little as well, Miranda, that would be great. What's the problem? All I was doing was telling my mom that I brought her water over.
Here, take this and cook it so that it's ready to eat when George gets here. Ew, no! What is this, Pearl? How dare you retch when I hand you all that premium meat like that?
Well, it's just my stomach isn't feeling too great right now.
Well, pinch your nose to hide the smell or wear a mask if it bothers you that much. Honestly, I don't know how my poor son gets to eat anything round here when you're so ridiculously sensitive to everything.
Yeah, Mom. Although it looks like she's really just exaggerating and making a big show out of everything.
No, Miranda, I really am feeling... Hurry up and get lunch ready for us already. I'm sure my son will be hungry when he gets in, so I don't want you to make him wait. I bought some sauce and some buns to make burgers and hot dogs as well.
I'm sorry, Pearl, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cook the meat without being sick, let alone eat it. I'll be in my room. George should be back any minute now, so he will help you prepare. I hope you enjoy your lunch.
Where do you think you're going? We don't know where anything is in the kitchen, so how could we possibly prepare it? You should at least set the table before you leave. It's a total mess.
George is normally the one who does the cooking at the moment, so he will sort it out for you. Because I haven't been well, I haven't really been in the kitchen for a while myself, to be honest.
What's this? Why does it sound like there are multiple people in the house?
Oh, hey, honey. Your mom and your sister have dropped over to have the barbecue set here because they felt bad that you couldn't go and eat with them because of me. I can't eat any because the smell of it alone makes me feel sick. So I'll leave you to prepare everything and eat with your family. I'll be in the room if you need me.
But will you be okay, honey? You'll probably still be able to smell it, even from your room with the door closed.
I'll be fine, don't worry. Go ahead and eat.
Okay, but I'll make sure we finish up quickly. Go on in and get some rest.
Hey! Lily! Where are you going? How can you leave my son to set the table? That's not something you should even be suggesting!
Why did you come over all of a sudden without saying anything? I already told you that I wasn't going and that I was completely fine with the idea of not being able to eat any of the meat.
Don't act like you were actually okay with it when we all know you were just treading on eggshells around your wife.
I'm getting so tired of this.
So am I. Getting tired of her, that is. Has she always been like this? You must be tired from having been at work all week, and you just came back from going to the grocery store on a Saturday morning. Surely the last thing you want is to be saddled with housewife tasks on top of everything else.
Mom, can you please be at least a little bit quieter? You're so loud that I feel like my eardrums are about to burst. I'll cook the meat for you now, so just sit and wait.
George, just tell Lily to come back out. A man shouldn't be doing a woman's job like cooking.
How many times do I have to tell you that she can't be around the meat because of her morning sickness?
Well, she can just leave as soon as everything is cooked then, can't she?
Again, I told you a million times that just the smell is enough to make her feel sick. If all you're going to do is complain, you might as well just go home already.
Hi, Lily. It's me, Pearl. Open the door now, would you?
Oh, hi, Pearl. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting to see you here on a weekday. Is something the matter?
Am I not allowed to come to your house on a weekday?
Of course you are. It's just that it seems like you're turning up without notice fairly often these days.
When I was here at the weekend, George told me that you haven't been eating dinner and you just go to bed early.
Well, it's just that I don't really have an appetite. Just the smell of most food is enough to make me gag, so it's hard for me to even think about eating these days.
And you think that's enough of an excuse to not eat anything? You can't just be thinking about yourself here, you know. On the contrary, you should be going out of your way to eat for two. If you starve yourself, then the baby growing inside you will starve as well, and we can't be having that. If you want to give birth to a healthy baby, you need to make sure you're eating a healthy and balanced diet, even if you have no appetite and feel sick all the time.
I understand where you're coming from, but sometimes it just gets too hard and it's better to just leave it than to make myself sick.
That baby of yours could end up in grave trouble because of your behavior, you know. Is there nothing in particular that you've been craving?
I guess I was craving pasta a while back and I ate a lot of it at the beginning of the month.
You shouldn't be eating foods too high in carbs, though. Your diet should be perfectly balanced. You clearly have no concept of what's good for your child, so I guess I'm going to have to teach you. Go and get yourself a spoon.
What's that you've got there?
It's homemade porridge I brought for you.
Homemade porridge?
Yes. I put lots of different fruits in there as well, so surely your body will accept that it's something healthy and it won't reject it.
Oh,
What's wrong now?
Well, the truth is that I never was able to eat porridge even since before I was pregnant.
And why is that?
When I had surgery as a teenager and I was in the hospital for a while, they basically fed it to me every single day and now I can't bear to eat it.
Well, whether you can bear to eat it or not isn't important. The important thing here is the healthy development of your child.
Please just stop yelling. It's really hurting my ears.
What did you just say? How can you be so ungrateful? Even though my knees are killing me, I trudged all the way from the parking lot, all the way up those stairs to bring you this food. And this is how you treat me. Do you know how hard just getting by is for me? I'm working various part-time jobs to make ends meet because we can't live off my husband's pension, and I still went out of my way to make this porridge for you.
I know as well as anyone how hard things are for you.
Then just shut up and eat the porridge already! How can you stand there and say you don't want the food that your mother-in-law has gone to the trouble of making for you? How dare you be so picky about this?
Pearl, did you just come here to yell at me today?
Excuse me!
I will happily accept the porridge, so please just stop yelling at me, okay? You said that you were worried about the baby, right? Obviously, I know that the food I eat is important, but the environment around the baby is also important. Instead of just fussing over what I'm eating or not eating, you should maybe think more about the fact that the baby is listening to you scream at me right now.
Well, I never! All I did was try and take care of you, and you go and insult me to my face! I'm sure you're the only daughter-in-law in the world who would complain about her mother-in-law bringing homemade food for her while she's pregnant. I don't care whether you eat it or not anymore. Just do whatever you want.
Pearl,
there's no need to see me out. If you get hurt on the way, I'm worried that you'll make it out to be my fault, so I daren't stay here a minute longer.
Pearl, if you bring a pregnant woman who is already suffering from morning sickness food that she didn't even eat before she was pregnant and demand that she eat it, is she then obligated to eat it? This is why you should have told me you were coming and what you were planning on bringing me and asked me whether or not I was able to eat it.
Is it really important now whether you eat it or not? My grandchild is in there starving and I'm worried because you don't seem to want to do anything about it.
Pearl, if you're going to insist on acting like this, then you can just take your porridge and leave. I know that there is nothing more precious than my unborn child, but I really don't like how you're treating me as if I'm nothing but a machine whose only purpose is to give birth to your grandchildren.
Well, that's exactly what you are to me. I try to treat you with respect, and what do I get for it? Nothing but unnecessary trouble.
How could you say such things to me, Pearl?
Honestly, if it wasn't for my son, I could have been standing outside for hours waiting for a taxi that was never going to come.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Pearl.
I can just drop you outside your house, right, Mom?
Oh, no. Today I have dinner plans with my friends, so you can drop me off outside the crossroads by the hospital.
Okay, then.
By the way, George, do you remember the daughter of the lady who ran the corner store in our neighborhood who you used to play with all the time when you were little?
Back in kindergarten. I only have a vague recollection of her.
How could you not remember? You liked her so much that you would literally chase her around the neighborhood.
So what?
Your father and I used to talk to her parents about the possibility of the two of you getting married one day when you grew up. Do you really not remember that at all?
How could I possibly remember a detail like that about a girl I used to play with when I was 4 or 6 years old?
Well, there's no need to react like that. Well, anyway, her mom got back in touch with me not too long ago, and I'm actually going to eat dinner with her right now. She said that her daughter isn't married yet, you know. She sent me a photo of her, and she grew up to be quite a beauty.
Oh, I see. And why are you telling me this?
Apparently, she's a news anchor now. To think that a girl like her could have ended up as my daughter-in-law if fate would have had it does break my heart, you know.
I hardly think it's reasonable to have thought I was fated to be with someone I used to play with when I was barely bigger than a toddler.
Well, you never do know what could have happened.
She's so loud. I really do wish she would just keep quiet.
Mom, I think you've forgotten that I'm already married. I have eyes for nobody but my wife. I'm really happy to have a flight attendant wife. I don't need some news anchor or whatever.
Well, did you know that girl already owns her own house? She's not even married yet, and she's already a homeowner. That's pretty impressive in this economy, don't you think? She remembers you really clearly. I can't believe that you can barely remember her.
What's the point in clinging on to the memory of someone from the past when I've already found the person I want to spend the rest of my life with?
Ugh! You're such a simp, it makes me sick.
By the way, Mom, can you please remember to be quieter around Lily? The doctor said that we need to be careful about exposing the baby to loud noises.
Fine, whatever. But a loud grandma also means a healthy grandma. You should be happy that I have so much strength and energy in me. If I start to wither and waste away, you'll be the ones who will suffer for it.
Yes, Mom. I'm very grateful that you're in good health. But please, can you just be a little more mindful about keeping your voice down, okay?
I'm going to carry on as I always have done and just do whatever I want. So if you have a problem with me and think I'm too noisy, you can just cover your ears and get on with it.
Ugh, why does my mom have to slam the car door shut so hard like that? Are you okay, honey?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think there's really much we can do about her. The more you tell her that I'm uncomfortable with loud noises, the louder she's going to be. I think slamming the car door like that was her way of making a statement as she was leaving.
She really is infuriating sometimes.
Honey?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, you know how your sister was talking about planning that trip for your mom's 60th?
Yeah, of course.
Did you tell her that we wouldn't be going?
Well, I was thinking that maybe we could compromise a little since the baby hasn't been born yet and just save $300 a month towards the trip instead of $500. What do you think?
What kind of solution is that? Once the baby is born, we will barely have enough money to get by. And not to mention the fact that we will be surviving on your salary alone for the time being.
That's why I thought that $300 would be better than $500.
Are you sure that your sister is also contributing towards this? When there's a family party or when we go out to dinner with her, I've never once seen her pay for anything. I'm worried that she's just going to use us to gather the money and then act like she contributed too because it was her idea in the first place.
I guess she's just a little immature still and doesn't know too much about the ways of the world.
No, I don't think that's it at all. I think she knows far too much about the ways of the world, and she's trying to be subtly manipulative here.
I don't think there's any way that she would seriously try and get away without putting any money towards the trip. As you said, the whole thing was her idea in the first place, so surely that means that she's going to be more than happy to pay.
Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I guess we'll find out eventually. And because our situation isn't the best right now and we need to be saving every penny for the sake of the baby, she should be the one to take your mom by herself, since all of her income goes directly to her and she doesn't have anyone else to worry about.
The thing is, if they go just the two of them, she will most likely just get distracted doing whatever she wants and forget that the trip was actually a gift for our mom.
But even if we go on the trip, that's not going to change much, is it? You said that you weren't going to take responsibility for your mom because she's irritating, which means that the responsibility would then fall on me. How am I supposed to look after a baby and your mom at the same time?
Surely nobody is going to expect that of you on a trip.
How do you know? You can't guarantee that isn't going to be the case. So to be honest, I would rather just not go. If you really want to go, you and your sister can take joint responsibility for your mom. But don't drag me into it. I'll be here focusing on the baby.
Well, I won't be going anywhere without you. I won't go on the trip, so please don't be mad. It's not good for your body in this delicate state. I'll tell my sister tonight, okay?
Hello?
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Miranda.
So I heard that you said you won't be going on my mom's 60th birthday trip?
Yes, I will not be going.
Don't say it like that as if it's something to brag about.
Excuse me?
It's not like you're earning money at the moment, so I don't really know what gives you the right to tell my brother not to contribute money and not to go.
It's not that I think I have the right to order him around. It's just the baby.
I don't know who you think you are, but my brother has more of a purpose than just to be your doting husband, you know. Before he's your husband, he's our mom's son, and I think it's only right for him to honor that. If he isn't able to spend time with our mom because of you and ends up regretting it, are you willing to take responsibility?
That's why I told him to go by himself, but he's the one who said that he didn't want to go without me.
Well, he obviously just said that because he wanted to do whatever he thought would make you happy.
If you're that upset about this, I will talk to him again this evening and encourage him to go without me. But even if I say that, he will probably insist that the baby is his #1 priority and still not go. If his mom was his #1 priority, I think he would have fought harder to go on the trip in the first place.
Well, you were the one always complaining about the living expenses and making him feel bad, when he's the one who is going to be responsible for getting the money together, not you.
You really are your mother's daughter, aren't you? Why do you have to yell and react so dramatically to everything? Right now, you're eager to pick on me over every little thing, as if you can't wait to tear me apart. If I were going to go on a trip with you to a strange and unfamiliar place, who will the two of you be directing all that anger at? I'm the easiest target for you two, aren't I?
Excuse me. I really don't like that tone you're taking with me right now. It sounds a little too sarcastic.
Well, I tried to tell you how I was feeling about the situation in the nicest way possible, but it's a little difficult, you see. You and your mom are always picking fights with me and yelling at me for little or no reason. I started to feel a little bit of resentment towards the two of you without even realizing it. Or maybe it's the baby sending signals to make their auntie and grandma quiet down a bit because they're too loud.
Hey! Be careful what you say here.
If you want to talk more about this, please just take it up with your brother instead.
All I wanted was to go on a little trip abroad, but everything has been ruined because of that ridiculously immature daughter-in-law of mine. Do you want me to die without having ever left the country? Is that it?
And you're just as bad, George. Even if you are married with a family of your own now, you shouldn't be putting them above your mother, the person who gave birth to you. What has Lily ever done for you anyway? Why does she deserve for you to be catering to her every whim like this, huh? What about Mom? What about me?
Please, can you both just be quiet? Lily wasn't able to eat dinner again tonight because of how sick she's been feeling, and she's only just been able to fall asleep. Yesterday, she woke up several times in the night to be sick.
Is all you care about whether your precious wife gets her beauty sleep or not? You've made us so angry that we couldn't sleep a wink. She hasn't even had the baby yet, and she's being pampered like she's made of glass.
What on earth is going on here? Why can I hear voices? Are Pearl and Miranda here right now? At this hour?
I guess this is what they mean when they say there's no use in having sons, because they don't look after you in your old age. I'm so upset that I might die, you know. If I'm going to lose my son because of a grandchild that hasn't even been born yet, then I don't need a grandchild. What use is a grandchild when your own children won't even put you first?
Lily has been forcing you to act like this, hasn't she?
No, she has not. Mom keeps saying all of this stuff about her precious child. Well, I also have a precious child now, and of course I'm going to put them first. What on earth did you hope to achieve by coming here first thing in the morning and making a huge fuss? If you're going to resort to this, we're going to move somewhere where you can't find us.
Are you saying that you want to cut off your relationship with me, your own mother?
Are you stupid, George? If you wanted us to treat Lily nicely, you should have gone out of your way to be nicer to us. Didn't you realize that the more you prioritized your wife, the more it made us hate you?
Isn't it normal that the husband has to treat his wife well so that his wife will treat his family well? This is a little twisted, isn't it? Lily has always been nice to you.
When has she ever been nice to us? All she does is look down on me.
Well, do you blame her after the way you've treated her? Whenever I go to her family's place, I receive nothing but love from her parents. So why can't you just do the same for her? Even her older brother is really nice to me. So why do you two have to act like this? This is a really important time for both my wife and our unborn child. And all the two of you are doing is causing unnecessary trouble for us.
Trouble? I see. So that's how you see us. What kind of spell has that witch of a wife put on you to make you turn against us like that? How could you just change like that overnight? Well, I suppose we can just go and ask her, can't we?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Well, she must have woken up considering that we haven't exactly been quiet. I don't think anyone could carry on sleeping after hearing voices in their living room in the middle of the night.
That's right. Move out of the way. I need to see her face to face and have a good talk with her.
Just stop already.
Why won't this door open? Hey, Lily! Lily! I know you're awake in there. Open the door. We need to have a few words with you.
Has she gone and locked herself in there? Hey, your mother-in-law is here. If you're awake, you should at least come out and say hi. How could you be so rude and insolent towards your guests?
If you have something to say, just say it. I'm listening.
Are you awake, honey? I'm so sorry about this. I'll get them to leave right away.
Oh no, it's fine. It seems like your mom and sister have something important to say to me, so I'm happy to hear them out. Just let them be.
Now listen here, Lily. You really do seem to have my brother under your thumb, huh?
What on earth is it that has made you so upset that you've come here to make a fuss in the middle of the night?
I'll only tell you if you open the door. When family comes to visit, it's only polite to open the door and come out to greet them, isn't it? Where are your manners?
Of course, if people I consider my family were here, I would open the door and talk to them. But you two have never once thought of me as family, have you? So you see, I just returned the sentiments and decided not to see you as my family either. So no, I don't owe you that respect. If you want to talk, we can do it through the door. And as I have said many, many times before, the two of you are so ridiculously loud that I'm worried that your shouting is going to cause harm to the baby. I'd much prefer to have the door in between us so I don't have to be subjected to the full volume of your screeching.
Well, it's clear as day to me that you don't understand what a figure of authority a mother-in-law is.
If you don't get to the point and say what you want to say quickly, I'm going to give up on listening to you and just go back to bed. Are you finally going to say what you've come here to say?
Well, I have never met such an ill-mannered girl in my entire life. I heard you've been managing my son's money as if it's your own to do as you please with. All my poor son wanted to do was splash out and give his old mother a treat for once in her life. Who are you to stop him from doing that?
Oh, you're talking about the trip, right?
That's right. I've been bragging to all my friends and the other neighborhood ladies about how I'm going on a trip for my 60th birthday. And now because of you, I've ended up looking like I was bragging over nothing.
I never once forced George to say he wouldn't go, you know. I also never acted like his money was my money to do whatever I wanted with. You can take him with you if you really want to. Just leave me out of this.
Are you not a part of our family? Why did you get married if you weren't even going to participate in things like family vacations?
I wouldn't even want to go if the trip was being handed to me for free. The fact that we're being expected to put the money that's supposed to be for our baby towards the trip makes me want to go even less. If I go, it's obvious that you're going to spend the whole time making me run around after you. Am I wrong? Who in their right mind would agree to that? You only care about your grandchild on the surface. If you really cared about them, then you wouldn't be wanting to use the money that's meant for them on yourself.
What did you just say?
Do I really have to continue being cursed out and put down by you and your daughter even when I'm on vacation? I'll be prioritizing looking after my child at that time. And you're clearly going to want me to prioritize you instead, which I won't be doing. Why are you even suggesting a trip abroad at this time? Are you completely oblivious to the situation? Why have you backed me into a corner and forced me to have to say all of these things to you? Why do you keep making me into the bad person when I haven't done anything wrong?
You must be completely out of your mind if you think it's acceptable to say these kinds of things to your mother-in-law.
It's because of mothers-in-law like you that mothers-in-law have a bad reputation all over the world. There are lots of lovely mothers-in-law out there who are having their names tarnished by the likes of you. One of my friend's mother-in-law even sent her and her husband on a trip when she found out they were having a baby. It's because of people like you, Pearl, who act so shamelessly and unnecessarily, that the truly good mothers-in-law get overshadowed.
Excuse me!
I'm not going on that trip, and I have no intention of putting any money towards it, and that's final. Please just stop coming to see me just to berate me like this. It's making it obvious that you're a country bumpkin who has never even left the state, let alone the country.
Open the door right this instant! I am not letting you get away with this!
What are you doing not getting the key to the room, George?
Get out of my house before I report you to the police.
Are you really going to treat us like this?
If anything happens to my baby because of trauma caused by you and Mom, I seriously am going to completely cut ties with the pair of you.
How could you say such a thing?
I thought I told you to get out.
Hello?
Hi, Lily. It's me, Pearl.
I see.
Did everything go well with the move? You had me worried because you didn't get in touch with us at all.
Drop the act. You weren't worried about us. You just wanted to find out where we had moved to.
It makes me upset that you think that little of me. But since you said that you didn't have any money, how on earth did you afford to move at such short notice?
Ah, well, you see, my husband had been saving up money secretly to move you into a better house as a 60th birthday present.
What?
The house that you and Miranda had been living in together is a little old, and he had been thinking of saving up to help you get an apartment on the nicer side of town.
What are you talking about? My son was going to buy me an apartment.
Well, yes. The money he had been saving combined with the amount you would get from selling your current place would have been more than enough. It was going to be a surprise that he would reveal at your 60th birthday party. But you decided to be stubborn about the trip abroad, and now you're not getting either.
So you're saying that you used that money to move instead?
Yes. I never thought I'd be able to live in such a nice area. My stress is all melting away now, you see. It's also in both of our names.
What? Why would a house bought with my son's money be in both of your names?
Well, you see, he was feeling bad that he never got me a congratulations gift when I got pregnant. So this is it. Thanks to you losing your son's trust, I'm benefiting massively and living a great life. For the first time ever, I actually felt grateful towards you for having such a strong personality. It's pretty funny, isn't it?
Let me talk to my son. It's the weekend, so he should be at home now, right?
If you want to talk to him, you can just call him yourself.
But he doesn't pick up any of my calls.
Then there's nothing I can do about it. If he doesn't want to talk to you, then I'm not going to force him.
Then will you at least relay a message to him?
Sure. What is it?
The trip for my 60th birthday wasn't something I ever wanted for myself. It was that daughter of mine. She wouldn't stop harping on about it. She kept saying that she wanted to do a Europe tour out of nowhere, but she didn't have enough money to go herself. The trip was never about me. It was about her. She just wanted to use me as an excuse to get you to put your money towards the trip of her dreams. It's the truth. I was just going along with whatever she wanted.
If that's the case, you had better get her to apologize profusely to George. So she really did want to get away with not contributing a single penny towards the trip, so she used you in order to get us to finance it instead? She really is smart, huh? George thought that since it was an investment being made into the happiness of a parent, then any leftover money could be used for family events and things. But I guess Miranda just coveted his money and was planning on using every single last cent on this trip.
Could you not help me out here? Please, can you persuade my son to talk to me? Tell him that I don't need the trip abroad, and I never did. I really don't want to lose him over something ridiculous like this.
Well, if you want to start afresh with him, you also need to apologize profusely.
What?
It's up to you to try and rebuild this relationship by yourself. Did you really think that you could do so without apologizing? Oh, and I have no intention of helping you out with this.
What? Why?
You're only wanting to apologize to your son because you're upset about the fact that you didn't get that house. You haven't acknowledged the fact that you wronged me in any way, and you haven't made any attempt to apologize to me.
Ah, I see. Well, of course I was planning on apologizing to you. I just wanted to do it in person. I didn't really feel that it would come off as sincere enough over the phone.
Well then, I guess I don't need to accept an apology that hasn't been made yet, do I? Take care of yourself, okay? Oh, and because you are still the grandmother of my child, even after everything that has happened, I will send you a picture when they're born.
Are you hanging up on me already? I guess I've really put myself into a situation where I won't get to hold my newborn grandchild and my son wants nothing to do with me. All because of this ridiculous girl wanting to save a ridiculous amount of money for a ridiculous trip 3 whole years in advance. Well, I guess there's nothing left for me to do but throw all of her things out and chase her out of my house. I can't believe she would use her own mother for her own selfish needs. I don't need a daughter who acts like that.
In the end, my mother-in-law really did end up kicking my sister-in-law out, and she was left to fend for herself for the first time in her life. But that wasn't enough to make her abandon her irresponsible ways. She racked up month after month worth of credit card debt and started making a fuss that she didn't want to live in a stuffy one-room apartment in the shabby end of town, and begged for her mom to let her move back in with her. Of course, my mother-in-law refused to take her in again. As for my mother-in-law, she keeps calling us in an attempt to make amends, but we have been ignoring her. Thanks to my husband, I was able to start my life as a new mother in a lovely new environment, and I gave birth without any complications. I'm so excited about the idea of us beginning this new chapter of our lives as a little family of 3. We deliberately found a place near my parents' house, so they come around to visit us often. At first, I tried to stop them in case my husband felt like it was too much, but it turns out that he had actually been the one to call them and tell them to come over as much as they wanted. He wanted them to help me with looking after the baby and take some of the burden off me. He also does everything he can to help with the baby as well. When he comes home from work, he barely lets himself rest for 5 minutes, and then he takes over for baby bath time, and I'm extremely grateful for him. I was starting to worry that because I got saddled with terrible in-laws, that my husband might turn out to not be the person I thought he was. But thankfully, he's lived up to every promise he's made and been the perfect husband and father. Now I know without a shadow of a doubt that he will always put me and our child first, no matter what. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching! If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.